Hi, this is Michael Orrell from MobileBurn.com, and this is the Nokia Lumia 800. It is the company's first Windows 7.5 smartphone. It's an absolute stunner. It features a 3.7-inch clear black AMOLED display and a 1.4 gigahertz processor. Okay, so let's take the device out of the box. Here it is. It's absolutely gorgeous hardware. It's carved out of a single piece of polycarbonate. And while it's powering up, let's take a look at what else we have in here. It's a matching color rubber case, which is pretty cool. This appears to be warranty information, user guide, terms and conditions, all that kind of stuff. Here we have charger, quite unusual looking. This is an EU charger. You can see this device was not meant for the US market. In fact, the device hasn't been announced at all for the US market. This is the micro USB cable. Micro USB on this end and full USB on that end. And this would appear to be a set of headphones. There we go. Take a look at those. There is a small microphone right here, and a looks like probably a pause play button or an answer send button. And there might be something else. Nope, that appears to be just about everything. So let's take a look at the device. Up front and center we have a 3.7-inch display, and that's wide VGA resolution. That's 480 by 800 pixels. It's a Nokia clear black display, so you can see the blacks on this AMOLED display are really, really inky, which just mates perfectly with the black polycarbonate shell and the device is carved out of. It's carved out of a single piece of polycarbonate, so there are no seams whatsoever. 12.1 millimeters thick, and it's about 144 grams in weight. You can see that the ends, though, are tapered, which adds to the thinness to it. It actually feels thinner than it is, especially you have the nice rounded edges as well. Go the whole way. Up top here we've got covers for the micro USB port and the SIM card slot. It's actually a micro SIM card slot. It's here as well. You just pull this out. So quite a neat system there. Stick that back in. It's going to cause the phone to reset. And while it's doing that, you can also note that we've got a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack here, right hand edge volume control, power standby button, and the dedicated camera shutter button. Of course, 8 megapixel camera with a Carl Zeiss lens on the back and dual LED flash. On the bottom there's not too much to see except for the speaker grill. And while the device is powering up, you can probably see the warped reflections here, and that's because the glass over top of the screen is curved, which makes it blend nicely in here. It's just really fantastic. And also note that we've got the 3 touch sensitive controls down the bottom. We've got back, the Windows key, and of course search. I've slipped on the included rubber case. You can see it barely changes the look of the device. The fit is so tight. It just looks really like you don't have the rubber case on at all, except I can guarantee it's much more impact resistant than it was without the case. It just still really looks nice. And just to make it a little bit easier for you to see where the display begins and ends, I'm going to change the background color of the theme so you can see the full dimensions of the display. Definitely looks better when you're running it in black though. Jump back to the start menu and you can see all the tiles. All the tiles can be rearranged to suit. That little button there will take you into the main menu. You can also just swipe over. No way to change the layout of the menu though. It's a long list no matter how many applications you might have in it. Cool thing is though, you can uninstall just about anything that the carrier or the manufacturer might add. The Lumia 800 is powered by a 1.4 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, and it seems really, really snappy. Everything seems to just cruise along very, very smoothly. It's got 512 megabytes, a half gig of application RAM, and it has 16 gigabytes of storage internal. There is no micro SD card slot for expansion though. It's just something that a Windows Phone just really doesn't support well. In terms of connectivity, this is an HSPA device. It's capable of download speeds as much as 14.4 megabits per second or uploads of 5.76 megabits per second. Theoretical, it depends of course on network you're connected to. Also has Wi-Fi 802.11b, G, and N support. Bluetooth as well. Go through some of the settings here. Notice how smoothly everything goes. It's iPhone-like in that regard. It's much smoother than you'll see on Android. Go back to the start screen and let's take a look at some of the applications. I'll start up here with the phone. You can see call history, and I'm going to go into the dial pad. Just dial a fake number. Right now I'm using an AT&T micro SIM. Turn on the speaker.
The number you dialed is not a working number.
You can see I can jump into the main menu and go on doing things, and then just tap the notification area to get back to the top. Messaging. Got a couple of threads here. We go into this one since it's a number of messages, so you can see what it looks like. You have the ability to switch between text messaging, Windows Live messaging, and Facebook chat, all just in one thing, just as you would do, say, in WebOS. So you can just switch between one system to another and maintain the same threading. It's pretty cool. Everything uses the same color, the accent color. This is the Nokia blue accent color set in the theme, but you can see different shades of it. The keyboard in Windows Phone 7.5 Mango is absolutely fantastic. I'm a swipe user on Android, but this is as good as it gets, in my opinion, for regular input. It's a little hard to do from behind a camera, but this works really well. Even when I bang on it quite indiscriminately, send that message off. Landscape mode support as well, but when the keyboard's in landscape mode, you really don't have much area left to see. Email is well supported. I have a Google Mail account here. You can see the threading built in, which is pretty cool. I love that. It just really makes it a lot easier to see what's going on. It's a mixed view of regular inbox plus threading, which I really just love. You also have the ability to link up inboxes, so I have an AIM account as well, so I'm going to link those two, and I'm going to leave it with the default name. But if you had 5 or 6 email inboxes, you could create separate linked ones. Say 2 are for work, you could create a linked work inbox, 2 are personal, a linked personal inbox. It's really very, very flexible. Also works in landscape mode, of course. And the email viewer, very, very cool. Has full HTML support, multi-touch zooming, double tap zooming. Very nice indeed. And you'll notice that now that I've linked those inboxes, the Gmail tile says linked inbox. You can rearrange things as you like. For example, I can switch those around, or I can go into the main menu and pin something to the menu. You'll see it automatically drop down here. Just long press it again and tap on the unpin icon. And just to demonstrate how it works, I can also uninstall things. If I were to reset the device, it would automatically pre-install any carrier or manufacturer apps. Drop back to the main menu again. Nokia Drive is Nokia's navigation, turn-by-turn navigation, something Windows Phone devices in general lack. So a good selling feature for the Nokia Lumia 800. It's going to pick up the GPS signal, and then you should see a 3D view of where I'm located. And here it is, a 3D view now that it's got a satellite lock. I also put into landscape mode. Some quick settings. 2D view is also accessible. And you can change day and night modes. Somewhat related, we have Nokia Maps as well. This application's in beta. Change the views. I'll go into Philly here. You can see I have the mass transit view on. Let's see if it goes into landscape mode. And Bing Maps never did either, so it's kind of unusual. This could be some sort of hybrid between the two. It seems to load the areas in that nice blurred in view the same way. So let's go to satellite view for a second. And there it is. And I'm going to see if I can turn off the public transport. Nope, just switches to it. No hybrid views. I can tap this button to get back to my current location. Right now it's looking up places in the area. You can see there's going to be some restaurants and shopping, things like that. Tap on one of those. There's Kohl's, hotel, restaurants. I also have a text view as well.